in a puzzle game like this. Which this isn't really a puzzle game either, which is weird. Due to the establishment of a revolutionary tribunal, we need to prepare an official stamp. I was told to ask you, citizen, because President Devoyer is indisposed. How much did he drink? He was not able to say, shall we? Design my stamp. Okay. Ooh. No. Emblem. Emblem. Okay, we've got a raven. We have a cockerel, which is an important sign for France. We have Freemasonry. We have the fascist bundle of sticks. We have a snake around a band. It's probably not very good. The section. That. You've got an owl holding an axe. No idea. Is that meant to be Athena? Maybe. A gavel. Oak. The tricolore. Hourglass. Key crossed with a feather. Justice. Goblet. Lion breathing fire. Griffin. A bow firing 3 ways. Crossed cannons. I think we'll go with the lion, I think. With... Disappointed by the lack of dragons. Maybe olives going in the same direction. Oh, I can't go. Okay, I can go olives going in the same direction. Oh, maybe it just won't let you. There we go. Olives are going in the same direction. Symbol of Athena. Yeah, we'll go with that. That's what we'll go with as my stamp. I like that it's got the signature. And it goes roughly where you went. I know it's late. The stamp should be ready tomorrow. Good night. Right. Work on tomorrow's trial. More question effects. Political debate boosts. Can I boost you two? No. I can boost you 3. Or you 2. But I want to boost you 2. Sitting and a good book next to one fight, even though some may think it is dull. I want to boost my thing with the Go meant to talk about the revolution's achievements. It should be an interesting exchange. Or I could go demonstration. Take your sons for pro-revolution demonstration. Let them see real life up close. Boost these 2. But you're not going to be happy. I might lose some reputation. Or I lose everyone. I think go with demonstration. He's not happy. You're happy. I'm now got a bonus with the revolution. I now lose things with them. You're now a lot happier. I would expect that would immediately put them up a bit, but apparently not. Day 4. Tragically, we are losing control of the streets. People feel betrayed by the king, and some believe him to be a spy trying to elude justice. Special means are recommended when suppressing unrest. We'll need an opinion from the judges to make sure we're working legally. In other words, you need their blessing to shoot at protesters. People can't control their emotions and are hurting other citizens as a result. Look at the windows. Next time, they might do something worse than just throw rocks. It pains us to see unrest growing in the streets of Paris. Commander-in-Chief Borel has informed us that the Guard is no longer able to control the situation through peaceful means. It is recommended that he be allowed to use more immediate methods to protect the innocent civilians, but he'd like to know the Tribunal's opinion on the matter. Except the Guard is tasked with protecting innocents from those who are unable to control behaviour. I approve of greater freedom. The authority should not use force against the people. If it has to, it is already lost. I do not approve of this decree. Oh, you've agreed to it, Raymond Devoyer. I think I will agree to it. Partially because they need to defend themselves, and if they can't defend, they're going to be in trouble. So I think I will sign that. Oh, I get to stamp it. Stamp! Oh, that's really cool. And it's not even a perfect stamp. I love that. Let's hope it's not too late to stop this madness. It's an interesting euphemism for musket fire. Though I wanted to act as both judge and jury again and hang people from street lamps, poor Pochard was almost hanged. Pochard? Claude Pochard? Exactly, the beloved tutor of your Frédéric. You had to dismiss him after the incident with the oath of the clergy, did you not? Frédéric tells me from time to time that he misses his teacher. What are you doing? The trial's about to begin. It's about Monsieur Pochard. News travels fast. He's been accused of counter-revolutionary activities. You know him. It can't be true. It's not that simple. Leave before somebody hears us. Papa, please. Go home. Think about the family for once at least. Papa. Oh dear. Oh dear. I've got a bonus with the revolution. Okay, so actually having that bonus means it just ticks up one turn. And for some reason I don't have my bonus influence from last turn. So I'm kind of annoyed. Everyone goes to prison. Please introduce yourself. Monsieur le Juge, you know me. State your personal information or there will be consequences. Claude Pochard, Monsieur le Juge. You stand accused of spying for the counter-revolutionaries and criticising the existing order. Do you admit to these crimes? I am innocent. The accusation is exaggerated and comes from the ill will of the accusers. Suggesting the revolutionary government is acting in ill will, typical of a priest. Right. Am I in the hierarchy? I just want to go up. Right. Case file 1. Compiled by Natien Desarif. Counter-revolutionary treason. Claude Pochard, a 26-year-old vicar and tutor, son of a cobbler, believes in Enlightenment ideals. After refusing to adjure the civil constitution of the clergy, he was removed from his parish, prohibited from carrying out his duties, and sentenced to banishment. Despite this, he stayed in Paris and continued his work as a tutor, which he started before 1789. Pochard was captured in the streets by fortuitous circumstance. A guard officer present during his trial a few months ago recognised him and didn't hesitate to act. Following an investigation, Pochard was accused of spying and spreading counter-revolutionary propaganda in order to prepare a foreign intervention that would end the revolution. Correspondence with Archbishop Jean Assin de Bourreteuil was found in a room Pochard had been renting from Marie Guimet. In it, the clergyman asked for information about the unrest and supporters of the monarchy in hiding. Riches were also found, a golden chalice and a reliquary. Moreover, the director of one of the orphanages Claude taught in testified the tutor would question the law of the revolution in front of the students, saying that it was less important than the laws handed down by God. Evidence: a letter to Claude Pochard. Dear Claude, remember to stay strong in your faith and complete your duties with dignity. Tell me how our brothers in faith are doing, as well as the church in these desperate times. May God protect you. Jean Assin. Right. Oops, no, I need to do this, don't I? So, accusation is spreading propaganda and espionage. Parish priest, that's personality. Propaganda, counter-revolution. Church riches is evidence. Offender's personality, tutor. A letter from the Archbishop, that's evidence. Banishment, course of events. There we go. Oh dear. Let's summon the witness Marie Guimet to begin, I think. Summon the witness Marie Guimet. So what is your name? Marie Guimet, Monsieur le Juge. Unsworn Catholic peace. Did the accused maintain extensive correspondence? That's kind of an irrelevant question. Extensive correspondence. Meaning? Did he receive many letters? I don't remember any letters with his name. Perhaps he had a rich social life. Did he entertain many guests? I don't remember anybody visiting him at all. He wasn't there most of the time anyway. He just used the room to sleep. Where would he go? I don't ask my guests about things like that. Did he pay rent on time? Gives you an idea of his character, but did he ever criticise the revolution and its accomplishments? Once he said that instead of beheading, they could do something about economy and teaching, that the children are hungry and, well, can't read or write. Did he ever question the law? Now I think about it, maybe he did. One evening he complained that the law didn't work, that a smart person would send all their kids to school, by force if need be. Priests lectured on nation for 1,000 years and nothing good came out of it. 789. I don't think France technically existed in 789. 792, sorry. He's right. They gave us nothing more than hunger and disease. It's probably our fault, actually. What does the accused have to say? Just what Madame Gimet said. I only want a decent and universal education for the youngest. Is that really criticising the revolution? One of the slogans is equality. Oh, that was a good speech, mate. What do you teach? Now, that's irrelevant. That's also kind of irrelevant, the banishment. Here's the thing. It gives me... Oh, my goodness. It gives me information here. Around the Paris department to what end? I would teach wherever I can find students. Doing that requires time and effort, I admit. Is that where you received gold from your fellow conspirators abroad? He travels around France to spy on people. The only money I see comes from my students' caregivers. It is not at all modest. So where did Richard's family room come from? They were liturgical accoutrements. I saved them from the plunder of the church in Compiègne. I'd rather go hungry than sell them. Fanatic, thief, peddler of superstition. And yet it makes people more likely to... continue teaching instead of leaving France. My duty is to help others. If I'm unable to help as a priest, I'm to at least share some of my knowledge. Knowledge is Catholic propaganda. I prefer the term Catholic values. I now want him to be free. What do you teach? What do you teach? Caregivers in orphanage only pay for reading and writing lessons. So why did the accused teach children that God's law stands above that of the Republic? You spread superstition and counter-revolutionary propaganda. Misunderstanding. The children I teach are unable to understand such complicated matters. The accused's explanation further incriminates him. If they're unable to understand the topic, why would he even discuss it? Church spreads ignorance and takes our money. So does a lot of things. I was only answering questions from the director of the orphanage in Compiègne. I said that God's law stood above my banishment. It is God's law that prohibits me from leaving the country. If I have a duty to help those in need. What information did the accused manage to convey to Archbishop de Berteuil? I have no connection with the Archbishop. Why would he be interested in parish priest's help? What about your letter? We have it in your files. You received instructions from the Archbishop. Pope's dog. Behead the traitor. Simple letter, not instructions. Not from the Archbishop, but from my parish priest in Compiègne, Jean Assin Carreto. Where is he now? I know only he planned to leave for Switzerland. He may have changed his mind. That's why I never thought to respond to the letter. What a coincidence. Archbishop de Berteuil currently presides in Switzerland. Many clergymen reside in Switzerland. Who believes that? I would. I mean, that's where Calvin started. I know Catholicism probably wouldn't be too interested in that, but Switzerland's a very close country that speaks French. Right. You need to be careful. Switzerland. I'm going to say 4 francs. Was his act counter-revolutionary in nature? I'm going to say no, and he'll probably say it's yes. Did the defendant confess to the crime? No. I'll sign that. And while I can, I'm going to... I mean, what will happen if I go for acquittal? Everyone hates that. Prison, they're a bit more keen on it. So I'll ask one more question, actually. Can I change these now? No. Too late. Oh, well. What's the stipend? 2 francs a week. Most give me food. Of course it bothers me. I still have to eat. Keeps well under his bed and still takes food from the poor. Where does it come from? Of course, it belongs to the parish in Compiègne, which is currently in my care. The gold is not my property. Right, so that's 2. Oh, I put 4 francs. Should have been 2 francs. Oh well. We're going to just put him in prison. Trace me with the revolutionaries. I'm just taking that, and I know I've gotten at least one of those wrong, which is probably not going to be good. Oh, I have to stamp it. Stamp. Oh, it's the same. I wish they were all slightly off. Prison, lead the condemned out. He saved that priest. He showed mercy to an enemy of the revolution. He ought to be killed. I have nothing else to say. Reputation goes down and my influence goes down. That was a bad job. I thought that would be... yeah. Like, I agree with the jury. Why is it a bad thing to agree with the jury? Like, as in, it's not a good thing to agree with the jury. I could just ignore it. That bugs me. What is the point of the jury? Like, you should get a bonus for agreeing with them. Hello. Thank you. I couldn't figure that one out, subtitle. Oh dear.
One fool spewed out one word too many. The other fired a musket. They fought for freedom. each for their own. That man. Hard to forget. He asked me if I'd seen his wife. He found his son. The freedom we borrowed from the wealthy and the noble. We believed it was worth the price. He was judged by people long devoid of their freedom. The only things they knew were dust and sweat. And anger.
I find it quite interesting how my immediate brain was, you have a middle-class guy he's a judge, he's a lawyer, he's clearly middle-class, basically profiting off the working-class suffering. Great. I mean, that's what happens. One class, like every kind of group, just abuses the one below because it can and make money or make themselves better or whatever. You cannot end oppression by just oppressing someone else. We made a nice profit. There's a chance of prosperity. Why would the Rodnar family want to take over your shop, Grandpapa? For profit and power, it's always the same. No different than even in these times. Today's about equality, so not only the aristocrats can live with dignity. Grow up, boy. I only saw the truth when they attempted to sentence my son, your uncle, to death. It suddenly dawned on me that the only thing that mattered were the power I never had and the connections I never cared for. You wanted to be righteous while the injustice spread like a plague. You should not be sorry for that. I am not, but I'd rather your brother live so that I still had 2 sons. You have a brother, Daddy? Where is he? He died a long time ago, before you were born. Why did he die? Do not talk so much while eating. Your uncle went to war and died in battle. Your generation will soon realize the extent of the damage we inflicted upon the world. In the past, decent people like Peshar never had to worry about courts of tribunals, but now... So, I'm trying to think. Come on, brain. What were you thinking? I'm trying to think what war that would be in. So this is 1798. So if you say, I have... So my character's got a teenage son. So that's about 15. So that puts him about late, mid to late 30s. So if you say 35 at the youngest, that means you can, and if you say his brother was, assume his brother was 5 years older, because that means 40. If he went to war at 20, that means that would be 1778. Which would basically mean he might have gone to the American War of Independence? Possibly? I don't know. Do you even consider the possibility that Peshar was guilty? No, not Mr. Peshar. He was not guiltier than any of us. Son, keep an eye on the Renards. Yeah, no one liked that, did they? Yeah, I know. Burel on the right. Oh, what? No! No, I need them to like me. Oh, that's bad. Admittedly, they're not going to kill me. These guys aren't... My family's not going to kill me, he says hopefully.